What is going on, true believers? Germany just kicked off World War III again by attacking Bitcoin. Why are you attacking Bitcoin, Germany, if that's really your name? I saw when you were East and you were West Germany. I don't know if that was some kind of trans thing. I'm not sure why Germany, but why are you going after Bitcoin? Like, what is it about Bitcoin that's making you go, well, I got to sell everything? And then some of it gets clawed back, but it turns out they're just orders not fulfilled. A lot of crazy stuff happening. And then Binance jumps in because Binance then delists 4 major tokens. Toncoin, there's a report that just came out that says Toncoin will never be listed on Coinbase or Binance. And I'm going to explain to you why. Does that mean that it's not going to pump? No. Does it mean it's not going to do anything? Of course not. But it does mean that the largest exchanges will not be listing it for a very specific reason. Also, Solana is now outperforming Ethereum based on a $440 million inflow into the crypto sector, but it seems to be focused on Solana. So all of a sudden, good things are starting to happen for Solana. Perhaps we'll start to see a little bit of a recovery. Bitcoin options traders are now feeling a little bit bearish, but they seem to be a little bit behind the times when it comes down to it. By the way, Bitcoin hit 58,000 just a little while ago before Germany stepped in and started selling hundreds more Bitcoin. So just wild stuff happening over here. Also, one trader says that the Mt. Gox sales for Bitcoin, they've already been priced in, so we have nothing to worry about. So you guys can wrap that shit up because we're just fine. This is not financial advice. Here we go. Believes 182. You better believes it.
I can read a chart like a Superman, and I've got a show that has a lot of fans. I'm streaming every day and almost every night. I bought some Bitcoin because I see the light. You might wonder who I am, but don't forget that I'm the man. They call me please, I'll do any chart you want me to. They call me please, I'll break the crypto wallet down for you, for you, for you. I built a crypto channel streaming live at night, and I'm the only YouTube streamer who's always right. Every morning I go live and say to all you guys, don't fall for all these motherfuckers and their lies. You might wonder who I am, but don't forget that I'm the man. They call me please, I'll do any chart you want me to. They call me please, I'll break your crypto wallet down for you, for you, for you. I don't know what to do because my memberships are missing you.
Uh-oh.
What's going on, everybody? Got a new t-shirt design. I wanted to show it to you today. Don't stop believing. What are you waiting for? Go to the store, order a shirt. Now back to the show. All right, so the attack on cryptocurrency continues, but we don't care because what we care about is good morning. So good morning to you if you good morning. If you don't good morning to you anyway, because I don't care what you think. It's good morning for me, and that's all that matters. Also, it's raining here in Chicago, which is a little bit odd because water, washing, Chicago, what? Woo, we needed a bath anyway. So hope you're having a good morning. Hope that your bag is pumping just a little bit. A couple of points of note here. We are now partnered with Monkey Shit Inu. Pablo reached out to me yesterday, so we're going to be talking about that for a little while. I do have a bag of Monkey Shit Inu. I do have a bag of monkey shit. I do have a bag of monkey shit. MSI, by the way, in case you're wondering about a laptop. And we just put out a PEIPEI video because the Chinese government is probably going to approve Bitcoin at some point for trading pretty soon. So most likely, I think PEIPEI is going to be one of those big Pepe sort of clones that just gets an incredible run. Why? Because it's the Chinese equivalent to Pepe, and it's a parody, if you will, of something. And the Chinese people, they love those kind of things. They love cryptocurrencies. They love meme coins, and they're about to get back heavy into this market. So if that's the case, then most likely something like PEIPEI is going to be one of the big ones. So we'll see how this all plays out, but let's get into it. Good morning to you. First of all, Mike Volmer, Brian Bootyhead, Real Life Miracle in the Neko Army. Good morning. Steven, this has got to be good. It very well could be. We don't know yet. The Germans, you know. Hammerside's in the house. Crypto Sparky, good morning. Kathleen Blaze, good morning. Richard Caldwell, Abundance Grace Poe is in the house. Good morning. Oh my God, just snaked you is in the house. J Manuel Vader Prime, Richard Nelson, Carlos, Rackoff meme on fire. I do have a bag of Rackoff as well. Dude Tyler says good morning. The Leeson, Liam Neeson, the Leeson one says good morning and afternoon. Brian Bootyhead, Jason Pollins, VK, Tom Collide is in the house. Raymond Pritchard, Joshua Carrero says what's up. Good morning, motherfuckers, says AI Griff and 100 Proof. Any Neko news? I have no idea. Like I haven't talked to Shaka in a while. I reached out to him a couple of times, but he said that he's going to do something. But I have no details or anything like that for Neko, so I have no idea what's going on. I'm just like you. I'm just looking at the charts. I'm looking at it from that perspective, and trying to figure out something from there. Willard Morris, good morning. So guys, let's get into it because this is going to be crazy. So Germany just started a war with Bitcoin. Now you might be asking yourself, why would Germany start a war with anybody? Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so they've started kind of a problem here. Now, 700 Bitcoin was transferred just like an hour ago and immediately sold. The recent transfer comes from Joanna Qatar, an independent member of the German parliament, and she's been urging the government to stop liquidating Bitcoin because she thinks that it's stupid. The cryptocurrency-friendly politician argued that the largest coin could potentially serve as an inflation hedge while also promoting economic sovereignty and innovation. Her arguments, however, fell on deaf ears given that the German government continues a massive selling spree. Look on Chain has estimated that the German government has already transferred a whopping 819 million worth of Bitcoin and continues to hold roughly 2.3 billion worth of Bitcoin, meaning that the battered cryptocurrency market could still face a lot of selling pressure. Where does the German Bitcoin fortune come from? Germany's Bitcoin fortune comes from movies2k.to. The website would aggregate pirated media content, including popular movies and TV series that were available on the internet. Instead of hosting this content, it merely provided its users with a search feature. At the peak of its popularity, it became one of the most popular websites in Germany, surpassing social media giant Twitter. However, it was shut down in May of 2013 following a multi-year effort by major movie studios to shut it down. The German authorities ended up confiscating 50,000 Bitcoins from one of the operators of the infamous website. Now, those 50,000, they've been sitting on for a long period of time. So there is an enormous amount of profit here as the German government attacks cryptocurrency. Und you will be a great Bitcoin? Ugh, gross. Whatever they say. I don't know. Some shit like that. Anyway, so the other thing about Germany is they sold another 170 million just in the last little while. And it's looking like, 14.29 million was sent to Kraken, 1,000 was sent to Binance. There's just a lot of selling going on right now. And the German, they also transferred 1,372, it looks like, Bitcoin to a market maker. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Now, remember, Tron founder Justin Sun would also like to buy your Bitcoin, Germany, because he doesn't like the sell pressure that you've created. But there's been no official statement from Germany or Justin Sun. So we don't know whether or not this is going to stop or it's going to continue. At this point, we can only assume that it's going to continue. So, you know what I mean? We'll see what happens. It will go on until December 25th. That's probably a likely, that's not actually, you know what, let me rephrase that. That's not a likely scenario. That to me, that's a silly sort of scenario. And I understand why people would think that way and why people are looking at it that way. Historically speaking, none of that's right. None of that's accurate. None of that's true. And we do have to go by, unless something dramatically changes about the market, then there's no circumstance in which we would consider that the market is. And by the way, when I say the market, well, the market could go to 80,000, and somebody like Mr. Ali Hussein will probably say that the market's just trading sideways. So we're probably in more agreement than we're talking about right now, because I do think that 90,000 is where Bitcoin ends up by the end of this year. And, that's not exactly sideways, but that's not exactly also exploding in price either. And there's a lot of cryptos out here that are not ready to explode in price. It is my belief that the crypto explosion, if you will, starts during American tax time next year. That's when we really start to see that magnificent run where the altcoins start to explode, where we start to see a lot of different positive action that just, now that's when we start to see the 100Xs. That's what in altcoins, I mean, that's when we start to see those crazy, top 100 coins and tokens doing, 10, 20X. That's when we start to see all of that, when we get to the part of the market where the US is in the post-halving phase, in the bull run. They're using their tax money to buy crypto. Boom, 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 boom. Now, Jason Pollan says ETF today. I don't know. I'm still waiting to hear about whether or not that's going to happen. And if it does, I would say, I would consider that there would be a significant run, and we could probably look at Bitcoin, get an idea of what it would look like from the announcement to the launch. We can get kind of an idea or a gauge of what it would look like if that were to happen. And we know that it launches on January 10th, right? We know that they say that they're going to approve it. And, what is the percentage of increase? And that was, let's pop this up and now, a lot of speculation, by the way. When did SEC announce BTC ETF? Now, the date of the announcement, they gave them the green light. All right, so that goes into the early part of December. So when we look at from the early part of December to now, so we're going to go from over here, early part of December, right there, about 40% is the number. So it's about a 40% increase. So if we get a 40% increase on Ethereum at this point, it's going to actually take us back to right here, because that's going to be 3,000. A 40% increase, maybe 4,000, 4,200, somewhere in this range, maybe towards this top as well. So that's where I would expect that we're probably going to see Ethereum run to next in the event that that happens. So we'll see. And Mr. Ali Hussein says this pattern has been going on for 14 years, bro. And we're equating this now to super cycle. Okay. Bro, it took 87 days for Bitcoin to go up 20% from the original from the original halving in May 7 of 2020. It took 87 days for a 20% increase. In 2016, it took 148 days for a 20% increase. I know that you're looking for the super cycle. We're all looking for the super cycle. The super cycle didn't start until September of 2017. So when you say that it starts on December 25th, no, it doesn't. In fact, because it didn't back then. In fact, it didn't over here either. It started in November. So I understand what you're saying, but you're wrong. And that's okay. Because actually, the super cycle, which took 87 days, again, to go up 27% from the last halving, the halving was on May 7th. This halving was on April 20th. So if we're using the same logic and we're saying it's been doing the same thing for the last 14 years, then sure, the start of that super cycle came in at 156 days. So 156 days from April 10 is going to be September. So we're almost there. So I'm thinking incredibly clearly. I'm using the actual data. I'm not using my feelings in order to come up with these numbers. However, the question would be, to me, a 20% increase off of Bitcoin from that day. No, there you go. All right, now I got you. December 25, by the way, is Christmas here in America. So we're kind of, and by the way, I don't think it's going to be 180. I think it's going to end up being 150. I don't know that it's got the traction at this point to explode because of the amount of capital that it takes. So I'm hedging that 150 is the number, 90,000 at the end of this year. So I think that I think it's going to be a fantastic run, and I think we're splitting hairs 150 to 180. You're making a ton of money no matter what, but I'm certainly interested to see how this is all going to play out, of course, and I'll be here to cover the whole thing every single day. But we got now to move on to Toncoin, because a lot of people are now saying that Toncoin could never be listed on Coinbase or on Binance. A major source of skepticism for Ton is the SEC filed the complaint in a lawsuit against Telegram in late 2019. They barred Telegram from placing Grams, the initial token of the project. Despite rebranding and moving with a different game plan, the current Toncoin is affected by the clash with the SEC, raising concern for exchanges operating with US-based clients. So will they ever list it or not becomes the question, right? The ban on selling Grams in 2019 was based on the decision of a single US-based judge assigned to the case, but Grams were banned from being sold anywhere around the world due to concerns of being resold in the USA. The effects of the lawsuit and the judge's decision are still a potential reason to avoid the listing of Toncoin. Toncoin is a highly active network with close to 600 million Tether launched as a native asset. So there is an opportunity here, and there's a big market here for it. And plus, this is the coin being used to run Telegram right now. So in the event that that is the case, by the way, Bitcoin Superman shirt today, in case you didn't know. In the past few days, Toncoin also showed it is a close competitor even of Ethereum when it comes to daily active users. So when we look at the level of activity on DeFi Llama, then we look at chains over here and the 24-hour volume. Solana at 1.77 billion, while Ethereum is at 1.26 billion. And you have to come down here and you find Ton is number 15 overall with 20 million over the course of one Sunday. This is just basically the last 24 hours. So that's not a lot of volume, despite that people are talking about it, but that is a lot of volume on the place where it actually is trading, and that's through Telegram mostly. So, you know, maybe this is maybe it's going to be a robust ecosystem. Right now it's trading, I think, at about $7.19, and I think that would probably be a steal for somebody at this point. So yeah, $7.18 right now. That spike right here from February, where it went up from $2 up to $7, like it's probably just the start. It's probably just the start of a very, very big move. But let's continue on. And so the code base of Toncoin and its native chain is currently in the hands of an international community of voluntary developers. Currently, the network is supported and grown by 13 core developers. However, the coin's main use cases are still closely tied to the Telegram app as a source of both communication and crypto trading. Toncoin was the rebranded identity of the Telegram Open Network, which is now the Open Network, the initial project created by Pavel and Nikolai Duroff. The new open source blockchain carries 4 to 5 million monthly active users. More than 1 million tokens have been active on the blockchain, driven by the recent boom of meme tokens. So there is some opportunity over here. I would suggest you look at it, but don't expect to get one of those big pumps from Binance or Coinbase for any time in the future. Now, moving on, because we're talking about Binance, let's talk about Binance, who is now delisting 4 different cryptos, and those are Bond, DOC, MDX, and POLS, citing low performance while raising concerns about their future value and impacting the market sentiment. So they're going to be delisting Bond Bitcoin, Bond USDT, DOC Bitcoin, DOC USDT, MDX USDT, and POLS USDT for lack of interest. In the event that you don't remove them and you don't want to see them anymore because you have like a dust wallet, then you can just hit the hide small balance option. Now, also, on those cryptos after they have been pulled from Binance and you've had 14 days to move them, they will automatically show up as hide small balances. So even if you have a large balance of them, you'll need to disable hide small balances in order to see them again. And that will be post July 23. Withdrawals will stop on October 22nd of 2024. So make sure if you're holding it on Binance that you get that money off of the exchange before that. Now, in the meantime, Solana 1.76 billion versus Ethereum's 1.26 billion. That's a $441 million inflow into crypto over a short period of time. And that was a huge number. The inflows were primarily driven by the US, contributing 384 million, while other significant contributions came from Hong Kong, Switzerland, and Canada. According to the report, Bitcoin led the inflows with 398 million, but for the first time, it accounted for just 90% of the total, indicating a broader interest in top altcoins. The fact that there's top altcoins being talked about right now would be an indicative of the fact that we're probably going to see an altcoin pump at some point pretty soon, or at least we're going to see a bit of a recovery back to some of the local highs, not all-time highs. Only 8 of those cryptos have gotten near those all-time highs during this period. Of all the cryptos, other than meme coins, by the way, the top altcoins, only 8 of them have really had a significant run to match up with Bitcoin. So on the other hand, Solana emerged as the standout altcoin, attracting 16 million last week and bringing in a year-to-date flow of 57 million. This makes Solana the top performing altcoin in terms of investment flow, surpassing Ethereum, which saw 10 million of inflows, but experienced net outflows year to date. However, blockchain equities did not share this positive sentiment, facing an additional 8 million in outflows. So remember, we still have German government that we've got to contend with as they try to take over the world / sell all their Bitcoin. You fucking dum-dums. Like, if you're in Germany right now, you should be voting everybody out of office. By the way, shout out to Emmanuel Macron. The leftist party in France annihilated the right-wingers. The right-wingers that everybody here in America kept telling me they're going to get. France is having a coming to Jesus moment, and boom, 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 boom. We're taking over France, and we're going to fix everything. Blah, 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 blah. You didn't get shit. You got dumped on. You got annihilated. I can't believe you don't understand how elections work. Unbelievable. But that's on you, boo-boo. Anyway, so the French government is continuing to be what it was before, or as the right wing would tell you, the world is ending. Just is insanity. But here's the thing. Solana is now outperforming Ethereum, at least for one time. It's been a couple of times that we've seen it. Now, a lot of this comes down to the Ethereum ETF is still not just, they just haven't said it yet. They haven't done the approval. We didn't get remember, today is the day for the final S1, or at least we think it's the final S1 corrections before an announcement gets made. So we don't know for sure. And then the focus is going to turn to Solana. So the question at this point is, do we get a pump off of Ethereum do we get an announcement that says, in 10 days or 5 days, we're going to start trading? If we do that, then there's going to be a pump for just a big time pump that comes to Ethereum. It is my opinion, by the way, that if we do that, and depending on when, look, sell the top, sell before the launch. That's all I'm saying, because it's going to dump. If you remember how big some of the dumps were on Bitcoin, even though, by the way, when you look at it long term, it's not a huge dump, but you have to consider this was January that we launched, right? So in January, Bitcoin went all the way up to 49,000 something. It was almost 50,000, and it was right here. This was the day of the launch was the 10th. The 11th, it launched right here, 48,984. So from here, we experienced within 2 weeks, boom, all the way down here back to 38. That is a gigantic dump. So let's just consider that what you're looking at right there is 21%. Now, it would be reasonable to anticipate the same thing happening, because it's the same investors doing the same raggedy bullshit that it's the American investors. They're going to do what they're going to do. So let's come over here to Ethereum and let's consider if there's no pump right now, and we don't get that ETF pump and they just announce that it's going to happen, then we're going down to let's say where we are right now, right here, 21% drawdown right there puts us at $2,363 for Ethereum. Now, I don't think that that's going to be the case. I think we're going to get an announcement, and I think we're going to pump up here into this 38 range. But if you just consider, if we go to 43, let's just say we went to 43. After we go to 43, in the event that there is a pump off of the announcement, then we're going to have a 21% drawdown, which makes a lot of sense here, putting us back down at 3,400. So it would be my estimation that you should sell at 4,300. I'm just guessing, by the way. Don't take me as a financial advisor. Just at 21% decline, that's easy money. Really, all you have to do is come in here, let it run a little bit, get close to when the ETF is coming out. Remember, buy the rumor, sell the news, and buy that rumor, let that rumor run, and then when it's time, dump and let it come back down 3,400, maybe even 3,000, and then buy back in. You know what I mean? That's profit. It's easy money. And Rob T is in the house with a $5 bomb. Check out Monkey Shit Inu. We've got it on the radar. Let's go talk about Monkey Shit right now. All right, so it's currently sitting at 1416 right now. Decent amount of trade volume too, by the way. 75,000 in 24-hour volume. For those of you that don't know, this is Pablo Crow's project, and Pablo and I are going to be partnered here for the next 30 days to talk about Monkey Shit Inu every single day. And why is it named Monkey Shit Inu? Well, you got to go watch Pablo's show as he explains to you that meme coins aren't complicated. They're actually pretty easy. And by the way, when you look at this right now, this is the same thing that we see all the time, right? We've had the retracement back down. If we put a boom right here, 786 retracement, came up to the 236, came back down into the golden ratio, and now it's starting its way back up. Now, what does that look like more broadly? Well, let's go look at Daddy, because remember, Daddy did the same thing, and it did it just recently. So we can get to the beginning here, and we can look at it from that original context. And let's delete that right there and pop into this one. And then there you have, this is what's happening right here, right? And then we get into that magnificent sort of run, taking it up to a few billion market cap. But let's just take a moment here, and let's just say that this area right here, because it was a kind of a quiet start for Rodney, but let's just consider that here's your basic fib retracement here, and you get that retracement down to the 786, and then it pops back up to the top, and then boom, it has that breakout, right? Well, what's going to happen now if that is the case? Well, the most likely scenario for a play out over here is going to be that we're going to get a nice big run. What does a nice big run looks like? Well, I'm just guessing, by the way. This is not science, but if you just consider from here, probably a 3 or 4x. I mean, let's just consider at least that if Pablo has a goal, market cap right now is 4.18 million with liquidity of 508,000. I'm going to assume that Pablo would like to at least pop his market cap over Volt. That's what I would assume. I would assume that he would at least want to do that one, and then he'd be putting a lot of effort into doing that. So if that were the case, then I would say that MSI coming up real soon, by the way, because this market, again, if this market turns, this is a wrapped Ethereum pair. If this market turns, then we're looking at a 4x. And where does that go? That's going to be a little bit more robust than what I'm pointing out right here. But it actually would go maybe up like this, and we're going to see just a breakout that comes up into this range right here, which would give it, for a short period of time, a market cap higher than Volt. Will it stay that way? Probably not, but that doesn't matter. What matters is, can you get there? And once you get there, once you establish that you can do it, then you have a community, which is the focus here. So you build your community, and then you go out here and you start doing what you need to do to make everybody who's in here. Remember, Pablo's entire goal here is to make everybody a bunch of money and prove that you can do it. That's really what it is. So if you are looking for a potential investment vehicle, again, I'm not a financial advisor. If you're looking for a potential investment vehicle, however, I would encourage you to go do your own research over here on Monkey Shit Inu MSI and give it a shot. Market cap is 420. I mean, duh, all you pot smokers at this point, at 420. I mean, why aren't you holding it? You know what I mean? Goddamn stoners. Anyway, so I think it's going to have a big run. I think it's, I think it's going to get off on a big rip here. And I think, Pablo is going to put in the effort. He's going to put in the work. And here's the thing. Pablo knows meme coins. Pablo's been doing meme coins for a long period of time. So it would be my belief that if anybody knows how to make something happen in the meme coin communities, it's gonna be Pablo. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be Pablo. And like I told you guys before, if he comes out and talks to me about it, we're gonna be talking about it. So, and that's exactly what happened. So I would suggest that you go do your own research and check it out. And by the way, remember, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Memes are all about fun, right? So this is all about throwing around profits like they're monkey shit. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole idea here. This is a monkey with turd on his head. I mean, like there's a lot of fun stuff that he's doing with it. As far as memes, by the way, the rest of it, again, this is just based on a meme narrative. The site fairly clean, fairly shitty, if you will. But there's plenty of different stuff here that he's doing to try to make it fun for you guys. Now, the thing about it is, what will it do, right? So I'm going to say 56. I'm going to say 56 is going to be that next big explosive sort of move coming into about a 20 million market cap. After it gets to 20 million market cap, I don't know what's going to happen. Now, what do I think is going to happen? The possibility is that this thing pops up and just, because it's Pablo, because it's in the right space at the right time, because Pablo's a lucky dude, you might see something like 100 million market cap. What does it do beyond that? I don't know. I mean, maybe it comes down like everything else until we can find some venture capitalists, some, market makers that pop in here and do something crazy with it. I don't know, but there are a lot of different things. And look, don't fade Pablo. That's all I'm saying. Don't fade Pablo. Pablo's been doing this for a while. He's been doing this with meme coins for a while. I mean, it would be silly not to pay attention when Pablo launches a meme coin. This is not Rodney, by the way. This is not Rodney who goes out here and talks about a lot of different meme tokens. This is Pablo who silently makes a bunch of money off of meme coins and then knows what he's talking about. By the way, we're going to get off of this one for just a second here. And Doogle, god damn. Guys, Doogle is continuing to just absolutely send 14 million market cap right now. Remember, we talked about this way over here, and I said, I don't know. I mean, this could go down, 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 or it breaks out. And guess what? It broke the fuck out. Trading at 1.4 cents now. Remember, we were talking about this. Where did we get in here? We were talking about this over here at 302 when I want to say Trail Boss came in talking about it, or somebody came in talking about it. And look at this thing. It is just absolutely blowing up. Doogle, by the way, is one of the Doogle is one of the Matt Fury characters. Speaking of Matt Fury characters, let's take a moment here and talk about PEIPEI. So PEIPEI is, I did a video on it this morning. These guys approached me to do a video. PEIPEI is the Chinese version of Pepe, and it's at an $86 million market cap right now with 2.4 million in liquidity. Listings on places that are very familiar, like Gate.io. These guys seem to be these are marketing enthusiasts, by the way. So they're on Gate.io, they're on MEXC, they're on Bitmart, they're on LBank, they're on Poloniex, they're on Uniswap. Of course, they're on Uniswap. But I mean, look at this thing right now. This is absolutely crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I would be looking for I'd be looking for a big move on PEIPEI at some point pretty soon. Like I think this thing is going to just absolutely explode. Remember, by the way, the Chinese government is out here about to legalize crypto, I think in the next couple months. And if they do that, then PEIPEI is going to go out of its goddamn mind. So those are two new cryptos that you can certainly go check out. Also, I'll be doing some content on Shinja, which is the old Shibnobi, but it's a brand new group of people. They have new art. They have new everything that they're working on. There's Shibnobi on base. There's a brand new website here And look, this is not the same people. This is not the same Cliff who's scamming people. This is the people that got scammed that want to they want to make something positive happen over here. 378,000 market cap, 75,000 in liquidity. Look, this thing goes to 3 or 4 million market cap. That's an explosive sort of move for you guys. It would be 10x from where it is right now. Do your own research, decide if the risk is worth the reward for you, and then check that out. But let's get back to a couple of these things. And thank you so much for the $5. Solana, outperforming Ethereum. Let's move on here because Bitcoin right now, options traders have now increased their downside bets, which means that they think that the price is going to go down. Volted Punk says MSI is on exchanges. It's on 3 exchanges, by the way. I think somebody said just a moment ago. And let's pop into MSI. I did wonder how these monkey God damn it, look at this. Monkey shit Inu. They put it on CoinMarketCap as monkey shit. Oh God, I love it. Fucking love it. So anyway, here's the markets that they're currently trading on right now. Uniswap, MEXC, and Bitmart. I heard there's one more. Is it Bitmart? Oh yeah, never mind. It was Bitmart. Where is the somebody said that there was a third one. Digifinex. Digifinex is the third one. So yeah, it's already listed on multiple exchanges. 24-hour volume on Bitmart, 157,000, MEXC, 73,000, 77,000 on Uniswap. It's only a matter of time before this thing starts to just absolutely rip and have a big explosive sort of move. So again, check that out for yourself and decide if that's the investment for you. Bitcoin, however, now, by the way, let's go back and let's talk about the options. Remember, there were options all the way up to 80 million. There were, 80,000. There were a lot of call options sitting at in the 80,000 range. We didn't go to 80,000. Okay, so just because these guys are betting on this to go down doesn't mean that it will go down. An increase in put options indicates traders' growing demand for downside protection following Bitcoin's recent price correction. According to Deribit data, the put-call ratio for Bitcoin options open interest ahead of Friday's weekly expiry has risen above 1, which is seen as a bearish market signal. So I would be looking at that to be happening. Pay attention to some downside movement. Now, the strike position right now is 58,000. Significant concentration of puts are sitting at 52,000 with a strike price of 48,000. So they're looking at it, from just about 8% margin. So 8 to 10% margins. I don't think that 48,000 is in the cards, but you know what? I didn't think that 53,000, 54,000 was in the cards. And of course, we did end up coming down into that range. So you can't discount anything. By the way, we were up $70 billion on the day right now. The U.S. market woke up like the greedy little blockers that they are. Bitcoin is now down on the day, and all of the money that was in this market a few minutes ago, gone. It absolutely evaporated in one gigantic red candle. This is the U.S. market for you. That's U.S. America. F yeah. I mean, that's what you're supposed to say, right? America, fuck yeah. So down from, again, $70 billion just a little while ago, down to, we're up $7 billion on the day. So the American market just sucked the liquidity out of this market, like the dirt-based filth scumbags that they are. Jesus Christ, it's unbelievable. America, you never continue, you never stop embarrassing us. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, you dirtbags. Anyway, but I mean, who gives a shit, right? Really, they're. If I go to the liquidation map, let's hit the refresh on the. Wait a minute. Let's do a 3-hour here, or 3-day. On the 3-day, let's look at what happened. I guarantee you, there's a pocket of liquidity that they just came down here to try to rip into, which was a little bit down in. Here we go, down in this range. There was $30-40 million just kind of laying there on the take. So there you have it. God, USA is so bad. How many zeros? 5 zeros. It's 3 trillion circulating supply, so it's going to be an 18. It's going to be an 18. 3 trillion, 18 zeros. Yeah, or 18 character, whatever it is. So no, wait a minute. It would be 15. So probably. And I don't know, by the way, burns or anything like that. As we dig into this over the next month or so, we're going to learn everything we can about it, and we'll make sure that we have the right stuff. But here's the thing. Again, it's Pablo Crow. You better get in or you're going to feel silly. You know what I mean? Think it is worth dumping Ben and putting it into monkey shit. I can't even answer that question without giggling and snorting and laughing. Look, if you have a choice between the two, I don't think that Ben's going to do anything right now. I think that it's just kind of meandering there until Ben gets gets his shit together in order to do something else. So if I were making that estimate, then I would say, yeah, get absolutely 100% take a shot on monkey shit. I mean, look, anything can go up or down. Do your own research and decide what your risk tolerance is there. But I would say that the most likely scenario between Ben pumping 10x and monkey shit pumping 10x right now, ridiculously, is going to be monkey shit, MSI, because Pablo knows how to work these meme coins and he knows how to create these communities. So I just feel like, maybe that's the one for right now. And look, I would encourage you to sell the top. I'm not telling you that you got to just throw your money into it, just got to be there forever or anything like that. Crypto just reversed again. What the fuck is going on here? Is something happening with Ethereum? Did we get okay, so Ethereum dripped down to, in the last hour, to 28.97 and came all the way back up to 3,050. And now it's reversing back up again. We're back up 27 billion. So it doesn't seem like we got an announcement. That just seems like we got an absolute flushing. Look, the bears are liquidating a lot of people right now. That's all I can say. If you're looking to go long, you got to catch that thing at the bottom and hope for the best at this point. There might be some more downside to it, but again, these people are betting on the price going down. Also, after it comes over 57K, somebody came out and said that Mt. Gox has probably already been priced in. Do we know if it's been priced in? I don't know whether or not it's been priced in. It's a guess. Anybody who's telling you that they know, they're an idiot. They shouldn't be telling you that. It's a guess. Bitcoin reversed a 4% loss from the Asian trading sessions and regained the 57,000 mark, even going up to 58,000. So, and some of these, some of these other alts were just absolutely exploding. So watch for price action and see what happens. Now, we already talked about monkey shit. So I put a section here, by the way, for monkey shit Inu. So going forward, every day there will be a monkey shit Inu portion of the show. But since we got the $5 bomb, we went ahead and moved that up a little bit early. Now let's talk about DevvE, DevX protocol. I am told that there is something big coming in the next couple of days. It's the week of July 8th, and that's where we are today, right now. So is there or has there been an announcement on anything at this point? And I don't know that there has or has not. All right, so Taunt Coin is coming out. As we move closer to the launch of Taunt Coin, we expect to see a steady stream of big news, partnerships, new markets, and opportunities with this token, which is literally game-changing. See what we did there? To kick things off today, we are pleased to announce that Ethereum, Binance, and Polygon stablecoins will all be accepted during the Taunt sale. So if you are looking for a pre-sale to get into, DevX has this one, and it is called Taunt. So play, watch, fight, earn, monetize, and more. Forever Association is proud to share our latest Launchpad token, Taunt. Taunt is, we're going to read the light paper, not the white paper, but the Forever Association exclusive. It's a Seychelles-based entity specializing in Web3. Let's talk about the Taunt mission here. Our mission at Taunt is to revolutionize live streaming in GameFi and GambleFi through blockchain technology. We provide content creators and developers with blockchain tools, enabling a paradigm shift in how the next generation engages with and consumes content, leading to increased monetization opportunities. Our focus is on the Taunt Live platform and its suite of streaming tools, including the proof of concept game Battle World, which showcases the integration of live interactivity in game development. Now, when I talk about Battle World, so the Battle World game is still, the last video that I got of it was not completely fleshed out. I think I saw like a little snippet of it, and it looked like a fun sort of side fighting game. but all the skins had not been fully fleshed out and put on them now. But here's the taunt flywheel. And you guys can go check this out for yourself. Tokenized engagement in GameFi and GambleFi. There's integrated streaming gameplay, fan interaction, content monetization, user-generated content. I will be producing content, by the way, on Taunt. In-game rewards, and then live video blackjack streams. So, and you can use your Taunt in order to wager in this platform. So, really cool stuff happening for DevvE. And again, this is just the start. This is not the big announcement. This is just the next part. Remember, we had Fias not that long ago, and Fias is part of the Litcraft universe. Taunt is going to be something entirely different. So definitely check it out. And if you're interested in the pre-sale, again, it was DevvE.io/taunt. So certainly go check that out. Public sale, stake for access. So if you're interested, certainly go check that shit out now. Also, Luna Classic. Luna Classic had a nice little rip today, but it was not maintained. Again, the rest of the market just kind of broadly dumped just a few short minutes ago, but it had come back up to a short-term sort of volume node in this range right here. You can see right here on the left-hand side, there's this little area right here, and that represents the trade sort of area. So when it dipped down here, it didn't stay there. It came back up because it's attracted to the liquidity. So when you zoom out, however, you should kind of point out here on the 1 hour that this is the next volume node, which means to me that I think that we're probably headed for a move back up into this range pretty soon. So I do think that there's going to be a big move coming by Luna Classic in short order. And then when you come out here a little bit, you'll see how the volume node kind of changes a little bit. Oops. God damn it. I am not getting anything right. All right. So this becomes the volume node right here in this range. So probably going to drop another 0 again, go back to 3 zeros, 1. So that would be, this kind of move here into this range, and then a bounce off of this range back into this sort of area, which seems to be like the next spot. And look, the markets are still kind of waning down, still kind of weighing down on all of this stuff. We're going to need another catalyst. We're going to need another reason, if you will, for something to happen. But it will happen. So if you're looking at Luna Classic, just be aware that China opening up is going to be massive for Luna Classic because it was an Asian blockchain. An Asian blockchain usually has a little bit more enthusiasm, if you will, in that regard. So I would think that we're probably going to see something, kind of crazy. So, but if you haven't already, certainly go check out Luna Classic, and let's move on. We've got Saitama. Look, I don't know what's going on with Saitama. I know that they put out some money just recently for something. I don't know what it is, but there were 360 SOL in the wallet. There's 260 now. So that means that they took out 100, which is about $15,000, $20,000. So I don't know what exchange, I don't know what it is that they're listing or what it is that they're doing, but I would think that there's something getting ready to happen. Now, if it doesn't happen, then there's going to be a breakdown here, because if you notice here, now you could make the argument that we're coming down like that, and that, that we're getting ready for a breakout, but the most likely scenario at this point is a breakdown, because this sort of consolidation in range here. And by the way, you got to move this back and forth here, pop this up on the screen. This sort of pennant flag that's playing out right now, it's coming from the downside. So, there needs to be an impetus here to pump it back up. Community is fine. Community is a great thing. It's important that we have community, especially in Saitama. However, you have to have some kind of catalyst. There has to be a listing or something like that. And we've been sitting out here with 0 exchanges to this point. So it is now time for them to list on an exchange to get a little bit of trade volume going and to up the ante, if you will, because $100,000 in trade volume every single day, usually it's actually 200,000, but it's been declining. So there has to be a big move here from Saitama, or some of these people who are like, I am in for the long haul. They're not. They're here because the money is there, and they'll leave in what they can effectively just kind of sit on forever to wait and see what happens. So that's, again, the point is, it's entirely possible. Trump 2024, we've done it twice so far. We've done monkey shit twice already. So if you scroll back maybe 5 minutes, we were talking about it. And then if you go back about 15 minutes, we were talking about it then as well. But anyway, so I think Saitama is going to have that move. And look, the logical move here, if you want to have a breakout, it's got to be like Saitama has got to. There's too many times that you've tested this level. Okay, that's all. You test this level so many times, and you keep coming down. Eventually, you break down and you break through. Now, a few hours ago, I'll point out what's going on here. A few hours ago, you had this big move right here, right? You had this big move right here last night around 6 p.m. You had this move coming back up to 5,000. That's not a big move, but it is kind of large, right? Well, then you come down here and you start looking at what happened at that 1800 hour yesterday, and you saw like a $10,000 sell off. Yeah, this little range right here, just dunked on. Just a huge amount of selling pressure that happens over that period of time. Now, by the way, if you go back just a little bit further, then you will see not only did it rise up from that region, but it had also dunked down into the threes a little bit earlier in the day. And when it did that, and it came back, by the way, came back strong because there is a floor and they are supporting the floor. But again, there's big ass, there we go, $8,000 sale at one point. So there's people are going to get tired if you don't provide them with the opportunity for that big pump. Like if you don't give them news so that they can bring in new investors and trade against those people, then this thing right here, which is currently looking kind of like that, is going to break downward, right? So what we need to see from Saitama is some kind of motivator that gets people invested back in and a pump over 6 or 7 and getting into this little cut right here around 6.5 cents. So we get to 6.5 cents and start pumping through that, we'll be fine. If we don't, there's going to be some downside on this if there's no breakout. So, but we'll see what happens. So next up, the rest of this is going to be brought to you by TradeMaster Ninja. So let's talk about some of these other tokens right here. Again, Doogle we already covered. Daddy's up 14.5% on the day. Not really crushing it. Still coming down. They're going to have to be some kind of catalyst, some kind of motivator. Otherwise, this one's going to be struggling as well. Bonk up 12.5% to a 1.64 billion market cap. But look at what Bonk's been doing, coming down deeply. We're going to have some kind of big move. Or again, we're going to see some downside momentum. AMC is up 7.5% today. Xverse is up 2.46 cents, up 7% on the day, but it's still way down by comparison. Look, it was up here at 16 cents upon the original launch. That was the people, again, that was the original investors in the pre-sale that just dunked on the price and continue to dunk on the price. So now you've gotten rid of those people, and now you're gonna have to come back up here to 3.5 cents where you're gonna have sellers, and then 4.5 cents where you're gonna have sellers, and you're gonna have 7 cents where you have some sellers. So they got a journey, but it's a 698,000 market cap, 90,000 in liquidity. Anything on this thing could probably reverse it pretty big time. And if you haven't already, you can go play the Xverse game now on Epic Launcher. Volt is up 4% on the day. Floki up 2.8 cents. Brett up 2.5%. Myro at 10 cents. Myro is a steal, I think, at 10 cents right now. I think that's an easy 4 or 5x. But again, we really need to see what happens with Jump Crypto. If you guys don't know, Jump Crypto exited Solana a couple days ago when Kanav Korea disappeared from the company without notice, just said, I'm quitting, bro. And that was the end of it. So, I think that we should, there should be some positive momentum coming back in, but they need new leadership, et cetera, and somebody else is going to need to step back in. Fias is at 2 cents. PEIPEI, is at 6 zeros 21. PEIPEI is at 5 zeros 88.52. Ben's at 16.93. MSI is again at 13.96. Like, I think MSI looks like it's wanting to break out, by the way. Again, it's still new. It's still kind of getting in that range right there. Once a little bit of trade volume kicks in, people start laughing because it says monkey shit. As soon as that kind of rips, and the next thing you know, 50 million market cap, so just be watching out for that to happen. Neko is down to 45.17 off of what was a really fantastic and really big run, dropped to zero, held it for a little while, just couldn't maintain it at that level. The new buyers we didn't get enough new buyers stepping in, got a bearish divergence, and that was the end of that. So SAITAMA also, I guess when we look at that, can we see a bearish divergence? Can we see a bullish divergence? What are we looking at? And if you look at it right here to here, and then you look at it right here to right here, we've got a bullish divergence, by the way, playing out on the chart for SAITAMA. So we'll see whether or not it actually honors that and starts to pump. Trump is a steal right now at 552. There was an opportunity again to get into it yesterday or the day before at 456. There was an opportunity last night at $5. It's up 10% from that $5 dump. How far will it continue going? It's going to go back to $1 billion market cap. It will hit $1 billion market cap. We're getting closer and closer to the election. It's only a matter of time before you see something gigantic happen there. TradeMaster had a nice little correction off of that previous, we had that nice little pump up here into the 23 range, did not sustain the 23 range, comes back down through this channel. Now the next question is, will it pump and continue? Or is it going to be stuck in this range? And there's not really enough trade volume for it to be stuck in a range. So I do consider that we'll probably see something big happen. Dog with hat, 1.69 billion, dumping. Again, this is Jump Crypto exiting the Solana market. They're going to need to have some new blood in there, if you will. Shinja, again, 388 million market, 380,000 market cap. Probably got a long way to go. GME down today. DevvE is down about 8% on the day. 9 million market cap, 261,000 in liquidity. Did have a nice little spike. Did have a nice little regrowth back up into that 3,000 range. But again, I told you before, there's a lot of sellers that step in on DevvE because there's a lot of the pre-salers who are just looking to dunk on the price, and they're not pushing anything super. They're not pushing anything big until they feel like those sellers are exhausted. And by the way, should be something coming out in the next couple of days. But again, they're just trying to wait out some of the sellers because they've got a legitimate project with 8 million transactions per second. This is the blockchain. This is the greenest blockchain on the planet, the fastest blockchain on the planet. And it's only a matter of time before this thing just absolutely annihilates expectation. Again, trading at 9 million market cap right now. Success Kid down 10% on the day. Not really going to talk about that one too much. Bitcoin up 4.5%, 0.44%, having a recovery off of that ridiculous sort of dump, bounced off of the RSI signal line. Ethereum, same thing, bounced off the RSI signal line. I'm sensing something. It looks like we're starting to get a move. So, the question is going to be over the longer time frames, like what does it broadly look like? And the Dow Jones up 175 points on the day. DXY is kind of dead even on the day. Everything else looks like it's just kind of moving. Holy shit, Fias just exploded. God damn, Fias is at 5 cents right now. Just absolutely went crazy, went up to 6 cents. So if you're on Fias right now, shout out to you. As a matter of fact, I'll show you guys real quick what I've got. I think it's in DevDrop here. I have no. I have 62,500 Fias right now, and I have 17,195 available for withdrawal. At 5 cents right now, that's what, $850? That's not insignificant at all. So there is some opportunity right there. I don't think it's going to stay at 5 cents, by the way. It could be that it's in the middle of a massive reversal, but we'll have to see. What did it do over here? It's still sitting at 2 cents over here. So there's going to be an arbitrage opportunity for somebody who steps in here to sell or to transfer from Ethereum over there and then sell over there. So this will probably go up to 3 cents, and that one will probably come down to 3 cents. So anyway, that's my time, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. It is now my time to take the fuck off because it is what they call Chicago Bears time. So thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's not forget what made this all possible. Donald Trump is what made all of this possible, because I am his favorite channel.
I'm about to drop some hugely powerful alpha. And that's what they call it. They call it alpha, believe me. Okay? And not many people know this, but alpha means that I know big things, strong things, powerful things. So here's the alpha, folks. If you want to be hugely rich like me, you got to join and subscribe to the Believes Crypto YouTube channel. You got to become a member, because many people say, quite frankly, it's the strongest YouTube channel out there. It's fantastic. It's the best. So let me know what you think, folks. Funny Donald out.
And if you can't trust Donald Trump, who can you trust? And by the way, he knows my name, not yours. All right, time to pay the bills. We'll talk to you again soon. Folks, if crypto goes up, you need more crypto. If crypto goes sideways, you need more crypto. If crypto goes down, you need even more crypto. What better place to do it than Cryptonomy.finance? Remember, Cryptonomy is a hedge against whatever might befall this economy and this market. So let's check it out. Since the last time we talked, 2.3x return, 2.95x return, 2.37x return, 1.4x return, 1.59x return. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to take my XRP. I've got 12,800 XRP. I'm going to max that out. I'm going to stake this for 9 months here, 71.8% yield return. That's going to give me an estimated amount, 9,208 more XRP. Don't you want more XRP? Now that I've done that, I'm going to go back over here to the launch pool. I'm going to throw in about half a Bitcoin. Again, I'm going to be in the bronze level. Put 0.43 in. That's a good risk for me and a good return for me. Folks, it doesn't get any simpler than this. If you are looking for more crypto, stake it. That's what everybody tells you, right? So do that and you should be fine. But I'm not a financial advisor. If you want financial advice, go to the research section of Cryptonomy.finance and they'll tell you what you need to know. We'll talk to you again very, very soon.